Some overseas stock markets are up this morning after a federal court blocked the bulk of President Trump's tariffs. A panel of federal trade court judges ruled that the president cannot use emergency powers to unilaterally impose his sweeping tariffs package. The White House has already appealed that ruling. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves is live once again outside the New York Stock Exchange for us this morning. Alicia, help us make sense of this ruling. Some of the tariffs are out. Others are still in place. The president could add more if he wants to. Break this down for us.
Yeah, so first and foremost, good morning, Marnie. That judge panel from the U.S. Court of International Trade made up of 3 judges appointed by President Trump, President Obama, and Reagan. Now, as you noted, this blocks most of President Trump's new tariffs, but doesn't wipe out his tariff agenda completely. So the court basically ruled on 2 cases. In one case, it ruled on the 1977 International Emergencies Economic Power Act that the president's been trying to use. It's never been invoked to impose tariffs. And so the court basically saying it does not give the president power to unilaterally import and impose tariffs there, meaning that most of the president's tariffs on individual countries and territories, those are now frozen. Now, the court also ruling that it does not apply to tariffs applied under the Section 232 of the 1962 Trade Expansion Act. Under that, the 25% tariffs that we have been seeing on imported cars, trucks, steels, aluminum, and more, those are actually still in place. Now, the court ruling and noting that the president has authority under Section 122 of that Trade Act of 1974. So this is a partial blow, at least, to the president's tariff agenda, but not a complete kind of wipeout of those tariffs, Markie, excuse me.
It's okay. Alicia, how are the markets reacting to the ruling this morning?
You know, it's interesting. I was up when this news came out last night, and the first thing I did was look at the aftermarket trading hours, and immediately you saw a 500-point jump for the Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ. Those also bumped higher. And so we're seeing that still, in this morning in pre-market movement. You got the Dow up by almost 1%, the NASDAQ up higher than that, and certainly the S&P 500. Basically here, the U.S. Trade Court decision, this is a step back for the president. It's a comeback for Wall Street and for all of our 401ks and retirement plans. This is going to be likely the dominant response to the market today. A few other things going to respond, to the market as well. You're looking at GDP numbers, but basically these tariffs, the freezing of them is going to wipe out any concern that the market has had on the impact to revenue over the last 24 hours. We've had companies reporting, retailers reporting their revenue is going to be impacted by this tariffs, and it's already been impacted. You're seeing some of these retailers that I'm noting a moment ago there. Again, markets are going to look like they're going to open in rally mode here, up about 1% across the board. We're going to pay attention to a few other things that could potentially dampen this rally or accelerate it. Things like GDP, as I mentioned a moment ago, a revised number for that going to come out at 8:30 this morning. Also, jobless claims. We'll bring that to you live, though, as those numbers come out and as they impact markets. But right now, markets looking to be in rally mode, Markie.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.